All right, good evening. We are playing the last few turns here of this Packers Reaver, the inaugural Rune Ball test here. Not a great showing for the Packers. You can see they're losing 14-1. If you look up in the upper right, right above you, you'll see the two team cards that I sort of made up, and you can see that the Packers are just hurting. They just got physically beat up this game, so. They're going to get the kick, and they are definitely going to try to not, not get themselves killed um, as best they can. We are going to power Zine back here to get the ball. Like, we put Grom's up here. Chong's going to see action. Chong cannot catch or block. I mean, he is just terrible. He's going to just sit back there. Um, The only good thing is that really the Reavers are also not in great shape. Now, they're in way better shape, by the way. So we're just going to line up just like that. Nothing too special. Um, I said, I don't know how hard they're going to push. I would actually consider, I think if I were the Packers, whether I was going to concede so as not to get my guys knocked out. But you never know. We'll see what's what. Get some tea here. All right, so we got a kick going. We're going to lay the kick down. Finch is going to just put it right there. Finch is an 11 to a DL10, so he gets +1 to this kick roll, and he matches it exactly. And that way, the kick is going to only go the D8 -1 hexes. So we'll roll the D8. 7, so it goes 6. So it's non-trivial distance there, and it goes in the direct 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I mean the good thing for there you go. So that's a turn. So that's a point for the Packers. The Packers get to put the ball on whoever they want to put it. That's a good question. Who is good here? Who's a good dodge? Thad. Thad's actually a pretty good dodger when all is said and done. We're going to give the ball to Thad. And then we're going to take an action. Man. I mean, that's great, but the ball's like right up there, right? So I think Donner comes around and hits Captain here. Donner is a 12, Captain is a 13. So we are at -1. We're going to hope that. Nope, not going to do it. So we don't hurt ourselves, but we don't get anything done either. That's it. That's where we're at. It is time to roll initiative on 13. C3's first. So the funny part is, had we run him 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We really, man, that's too damn bad. Like he got the ball on the turnover he could have actually waltzed in and scored off the turnover had we activated him first and took really the big risk, of course, of just gunning him around the side. Um, that depresses me just a little. This game truly hasn't gone their way, and that just exacerbates, just goes to show, right? It just um so I mean, one, two, three, four, five, six. And then yeah, I suppose we're just gonna do what we think we can do here. We're gonna bolt around the side, hoping to not lose a lot of hit points. Five ain't great. We're down to 10. But that gives us two more hexes, and so we book around the side. So he is going to make for it, and if he, man, oh man, that is a missed opportunity. In case it's next initiative. So Captain is going to try to hit back here. Donner back, so he's up by one. Oh, he lucked out. That he totally knocked that die. That is going to knock our guy back and knock him down. Captain does D64, which he will do to Donner. And it's only 3, so that's a single point. I don't know that he'll follow up. I think he might. Well, yeah, he's going to stay backed off. That's good. Okay, next. C7. So we do have a lot of circles going here. And Blake has hit points. Not a ton of hit. I mean, not a, but he doesn't have a lot of. So he's going to come up. That's Kelly. Kelly's a little tougher than Blake. We're just going to come right up. I mean, I don't know if it's a great idea or not. So he did take it. He did. I'm sorry. He took a hit, and he took a hit. So his defense would be 12. Blake would have a 12 to 12. I think we are gonna. Well, I mean, he's gone already. So he's not the rest of this round unless we get a free activation. I'm gonna come up and we'll hit Kelly here, and we're hoping for a little bit of luck. That's really what we're hoping for. 4 on 4, not enough luck. It's nothing, but it's no luck. So we are done. Next initiative, C2 is up. That is the unfortunate 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean 6. So he's going to come up. Now he's injured. He's limping that leg off here a little bit. Okay. C9 is next. That is Tolan. Tolan is injured. He's going to rest, actually. 2. Only gets 2 back. We haven't been even lucky on those in a lot of cases. So he sits it out. Next is C5. And this is Chong. And Chong's just going to go and he's tying people up. That's what he's going to do. Donner is next. And we are going to stand and we're going to go there. And his attack is going to be a 12 because he had to stand and move and then go. Oh, his attack's actually 11. So he does hit. He does knock Captain down. He's going to push Captain here. And he will follow like that. So he does a D10, D4 plus 1. So he does big damage. But only 2 this time. So, or 3, I should say. 14. Now, that puts Captain in the peril. So the next hit's a little more dangerous, and he does have 2 markers on him. The only problem with red, right? I made it so the markers are now hard to see. Now it's all the hex team. So H9. So obviously we're going to try to stop the score here. Finch is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Tackle. Now Finch 9 to 12. Maybe he just sits on him. Maybe he sits on him, lets Lita hit him. Or maybe he hits him so that Lita gets a good shot. Yeah, he'll hit him. Oh my! So he does 10. That's a 9 because he had to run to get there. To 12, so he's down by 3. So let's put this up 1, 2, 3. But that still means he's down by 7. So he's going to push him there, knock him down, follow up. D6, D4 to our guy, and that's too bad. Ooh, 6, so that's 4. So he does 4 to Thad. Thad is down to 6 hit points. And more importantly, Thad fumbles the ball. So the ball is going to come out. The ball goes 1, 2, 3. It is bouncing. And then this team takes their instant activation. Sure. We'll have Lita go 1, 2. Gonna try to catch. She's down 1, but she has some hit points. And then nope, she no, not even close. Not even close. It goes 1, 2, 3. It is bouncing, and this team gets to take an activation. Sure. Well, we got to remember it's all hex after this. Like it's just all the hex guys. Except for Gronk. Gronk is the last guy to go. So, I mean, so I'm going to stand Thad up. So Thad's taken a hit. I'm going to stand him up for his free activation. I'm going to hit Lita. So our block is 11. So that's something. We get a +1 to this. We're going to hit Lita. And we're going to knock her down. So that's good, I suppose, for Thad. That is D6, D4 damage to Lita Ford. That is 2 points to Lita. So 19. She is far from peril. We are going to we're gonna follow up, and that's our action done. So that was all H9's action to hit us. It is now H2's turn to go. And before we go, we're going to remove this ball. Remembering that red, it's on red. It goes 1, 2 and continues. It goes that direction and continues bouncing. H2 is up. It's Rocco. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, what's really the chance that 3's going to take that ball? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're going to charge up here. It's going to be a tackle, so it's a block 10 to a 9 because he's -1 to all his crap there. So we're still 1 up, but we do fail it. So he is done. Next initiative. but he's taken an attack. So we'll put a little chip on him. This ball is going to move before H7 gets to go. It goes 1-2 and stops bouncing there. So it is 7's turn. Overton. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I think that's pretty much it. He's just going to try to get over there a little bit. H5 is up. That is Xerxes versus Chong. I mean, really? Do we hit Chong? Does it matter to hit Chong? I mean, you could wound him. You could knock him out. Now, the way I'm picturing this is that you do get points for winning, and you get points for a tie, a draw. And then you get league points in addition for the various things that you can do. So a touchdown might be, I think, 2 league points. Knocking someone out of the game is 2 league points. A field goal is 1, stuff like that, right? So I think you have a little bit of that. And so knocking people out would still be an incentive, and not getting knocked out still an incentive. But I don't know that we go hit this one guy for this thing. We could dodge out. Yeah, we're going to dodge out to just get closer. So it's his block versus his dodge. So Xerxes is up by 2. So he fails 7 to 9. He fails by 2. So I made a new chart, and if he fell by 1 or 2, he can either Chong can do damage or tie him up and stop his move. Chong is just going to tie him up and stop his move. So H5 is done. H6 is up. That's pretty easy, I think. H6 is going to stand. H6 is going to... I mean, she would love to get that ball. And she can go 1, 2, 3, 4, and she could sprint 4, 5. So she could actually cut down field and make this an issue. So she's going to try. It's her dodge now, and her dodge is 10 versus his block is 11. So she effectively, she escapes. Now, he does get to do his damage. Unless you succeed by 3. 8, so that is 6 to Lita. And that brings Lita to 13. She is now in peril, but she gets to move. 1, 2. She's going to try to pick that ball up. Catch of 11, it's a DL8. That's a success. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? So she was here. Oh, no, she just stood up, right? So she can't do that. So she can go instead 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. Pick up the ball. She ends up there. That's her half move. She could sprint 1 because you're allowed to sprint 1 when you half move. I think she will hold off on that because her hit points are starting to run low. It is now H3's turn. Kelly and Blake are reasonably evenly matched. Kelly hits Blake. Fails to hit Blake. Kelly knocks herself over trying to hit Blake. So done. C4 is last. So last but not least, we have Gronk. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Gronk is going to cut across field here. Or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And he's going to hit Rocco. Should be even up. Oh, he does. Totally hits Rocco. He's going to go there, knock Rocco down, and follow. He does D10, D4 to Rocco. Rocco's got a lot of hit points. He does 12, though. That's a lot. That is 10 total. That is a wound no matter what. So, because it's more than his 8, which is his wound number. So that's a big punch right there. Let's see what this wound number is. Let's see what this wound is. Oh, it's a bleed. Bleed. So, I mean, nothing amazing there, but hey, he bleeds him. Uh, yeah, I'll put him on a big chip. And we will note that Rocco is bleeding with a B. B. So, I mean, that was a big hit for sure. I don't know, like, if you knock him out, that's great. Or stun him, that would actually be more useful, I think, overall. Since he would lose his Empire next turn. And then you'd be, I think, in a little bit of a position to get something going. So let's roll initial up. Let's gather our block tokens here, showing everyone's been blocked. There we go. Roll initiative. And I see H5 is up first. And 7. Okay, so H5. I mean, I still would like to get out of here, but yeah, let's block him this time though. Let's just force our way out. And that is going to force our way out. We're going to push him there. We'll knock him down. Xerxes is going to do D8, D4 to Chong. Does 11. That's 9. That is a wound. So there you go. We have a chance to score a point anyway. A couple points. So let's roll the red wound die here. Oops, rolling all kinds of dice. 11. 11 is a break. So he is impaired. I'll put this under him. This is impaired. Pain. And we roll again. And actually, we bruise him twice. That's a lot of bruising. I don't like it, but that's 2 and 1. Pain means every time you activate, you lose a D4. So you are literally, you're walking on a broken arm or a broken leg or whatever. You're. And his second is a 6, so he is stunned. So and he's stunned. So and we're gonna put a bell on him. So he jacks him up. So bam, bam, and I'm going to actually put this little marker on him to show he's going to lose his turn. So that's it. He'll follow just a move, and he is done. Xerxes put a big hit on him. Now it's C7's turn. Well, I think it's Blake's turn to put the big hit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And he's going to tackle. So that puts him in an 11. 2 leaders 10. 11 to 10. There you go. We're going to push her this way. That's going to knock her down. 11. So he's up by 7. It's going to knock her down. Blake does D8, D4 to Lita. Lita's in peril. That's only 3 points though, so that's not a wound still, but knocking her down means that ball comes out. So 1, the ball goes this way and bounces. It is bouncing, and we get 8 free activation. Can Blake catch? Blake can catch. Ooh. So this is one where you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hand the Thad. Now this guy actually poses a problem for Thad because Thad, you can't do this. I mean, you could, but that's, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So he's just too far. Oh my gosh. Ah. just, just, just a hex too far. He just can't make it. Nonetheless, I think we're gonna try. So Blake's gonna go 1, 2 and try to pick that ball up. He's gonna be the free activate. So come on, man. Come on, man. He is down by 2. So he actually fails by 1 to catch the ball. However, exerting will fix that. So he's going to grab that ball with a D4 damage. 4. Ow. 25. But he's still good, but he possesses that ball. And that was 1, 2. So he's going to come up. 3, 4, 5. Does he go 6, 7? He doesn't want to block it, so he's got to do this because he can't. He doesn't want to do that. So he doesn't want to. So but I would like to get right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's another sprint, effectively. 1. So he takes another point of damage. So 24. So that puts him right there. And now you have C3 ready to go here. And that's great. He can take the ball. He's going to go 1, 2 just because. He's going to take the handoff. He's up by 3 to take a handoff. He does. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He's going to exhaust. He sort of can't exhaust. So he's going to end up here. And it doesn't matter, right? The only reason you would exhaust is to get farther from him. So, but he's got 6 points. He's already exhausted. There's no exhaust. You can't exhaust me more. So by the way, everybody who's off the field is going to get 1 die for last turn and 1 die for this turn. So let me roll that while I'm remembering. So at the start of last turn, these guys get points. So Ocho will have gotten 8 up to 10. Cheech will have gotten 8 up to 14. And it might be important because you might see these guys again, right? So Bam is up 9 to 20. And Burner is up 4 to 16 points. And that's it. So they all healed. Tolan, I think, will heal. He's going to take a breather. He rests. So he's up to 15. And if you're willing to give up your turns, you can just sit on the field and rest, I suppose. But I mean, giving up your turn it's a big deal. There's not 1,000 guys on the field. H3 is up. Kelly's going to get up. She's going to go 1, 2, 3. Simply because 3, 4, 5, 6. Sure. And she is done. Next initiative, C5. Where is C5? C5 is unconscious, so he is unstunned. Done. Oh, is he bleeding? The break does not. So he doesn't activate. So strangely enough, he's actually good. If he's just sleeping there like he was, he's actually in good shape. Lita gets up. It's Lita's turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. She could double sprint. Now she's not going to be able to take him if she double sprints, because that's going to be a -3 total. Her block would be 7 versus his 12 dodge. That's not a good run. She could try to put a tackle zone on him. So how do you? I mean, these guys are well. Okay. uh, so I mean, you're up by. You're up. She could matriculate downfield, as they say in football commentary, right? And just sit and be in a scoring position in case someone does get the ball. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. She is going to do that. Done. We're going to leave it to H7 here, H3, and H9. So Overton, who's not great. 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Done. He's going to put a zone on him. Is he going to try to hit him? If you do get lucky and push him, you can push him back and just trap him, right? Because that's the thing about this spot is against the sideline, you are if you're here, you are putting a tackle zone here, so you have trapped the guy on the sideline. You're allowed to go 1/2 hex when you move, but you can't go 2, and you can't. But his chance of hitting him is low. So we're just going to leave it at the tackle zone. Now H9 is going to get up. Oh, but you could hit him for Finch. I think we're going to do that. I think we're going to take a shot. So Overton takes a shot, block 8, which is 7 now. Oof. 7 versus 12. -5. Really? You want to take a -5 block? Ugh. I don't know. That sounds horrible. You know what? We're gonna sit on him. That's it. Done. So 9 goes. 9 could try to dodge out. Dodge is only 9. Finch is a 10. 10 block. Just dribbling on myself. Wow, I don't like these defensive options at all. So Overton's gonna sit on him. Do we want to try to hit Blake at a -2? Uh, I, I suppose we're gonna try to dodge out. So our dodge is 9. His block is 12. Ugh. Okay, -3 to this. Oh, and he had it. He so had it. And he gets knocked down and damaged, and he's done. And Blake does D8, D4 to him. He actually almost had it. I saw it. I saw the number. Blake does he does 5 to Finch. That's 23 points. Hit points left, and Finch is done. H2. I think Rocco stands. I think Rocco bleeds. Rocco down to 20. I got to get rid of that bleed. I'm not a big fan of that 1 hit point per. I have to think about that. Anyway, he's going to get up. He'll hit Gronk. He's a 12 or 11 versus a 12. So that will ultimately fail. So he is done. And now C1 goes. So I think it behooves him to come in 1, 2, 3 and hit Kelly because 12 to 13. 12 to 13. So you're one down. You do hit Kelly. So we're gonna put Kelly there, and we're gonna put a block marker, do our damage. D10, D4 plus 1. Oh, it's 6. Wah. That's 4 points. That puts Kelly at 23. She's not knocked down, and that's where she is. C2 goes. That is our guy Zeem. I think we're just gonna be in the way. We could go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but I think just being in the way is good enough here at this point. And then Gronk. I think Gronk is going to hit Rocco again just to see if he can't. No, he knocks himself down. Now he is up by 1, so I don't think that's a huge deal, but it knocks him down. But doesn't do anything. And then H8 goes. And that is Captain. Captain gets up. I think he's going to move and hit. So it's going to be 12 on 12 because he has to get up and move. That is considered a tackle at that point. So he's even up. He's going to push him down. Yeah, he's even up. Oh no, he actually fails by 1 because he is even up. He's even up now, and I thought that was I thought it was a 9 and not. So no, he doesn't do damage. He does nothing. He just puts a block marker on him and then doesn't do anything. That's the end of the round. We are on the next to last turn here, turn 15. And it very much, I think, matters. So let's take all the block markers off our players. We don't have a ton. I think we probably forgot some of them. I don't know. This initiative is sort of important because if C3 can go first or easily, H8 goes first. But then C3 gets to go, and only H7 could blitz him. So H8 goes first. I think H8's going to dodge 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe try to put another zone of control on him. So it's his block versus the captain's dodge. So 12 on 12. The captain is going to fail by a fairly big number, and he gets knocked over. And he actually takes a bunch of damage. He takes 15 points of damage. That is 13 due to armor. Captain has a single hit point left. That is a wound, and the roll is a +1 because he started in peril. Only a 3, so he's only going to bleed him. So that means as soon as the captain goes next, he's going to fall unconscious. Alrighty. Well, he's done. Next initiative, C3. C7 could block at -2, or he can just try his hand at his dodge. I think he's just going to try the hand, let him dodge out. So Thad has to make a dodge check. His dodge is 12 versus 8. 12 versus 8. Ugh. That's a pretty good roll, and he does. And so Thad is going to go 1, 2, 3, and step into the end zone. And that is a Packers score. The Packers are up to 9. So they redeemed themselves a tiny bit. But that's going to end turn 15 immediately. So the thing is, that only is going to leave you a turn to score. Now, having said that, we just saw what could happen. So maybe we will. So all the bleeds come off as soon as that happens. So bleeds go away. So no one should be bleeding after a stoppage in play, right? So there you go. All the rest of the injuries do not come off. Everybody got another die. Well, the guys off the field got another die. I should say that. The guys that are off the field got a die. So 17 because they started the turn off the field. 16. So those guys are healing up pretty well. Bam, 6 and 6. So Bam's up to 26. Burner's up to 22. So there you go. And then you line up for the kick pretty much. And their Packers are going to kick to the Reavers. And and everybody gets a die. So that's also nice. Good point. So I'm going to line up 9 dice here. 2, 6, 8, 10. We're not doing 10 dice. We're only doing 9 dice. So I'm going to line up my 9 dice, and I'm going to roll them. And everybody that needs hit points is going to get that number. So 4, so 23, 15, 14, 15. He gets 5. That actually is up to 11, so that's good. Gronk, 24. Ooh, 25 for that guy. 23 for Cheech. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't know how I'm 1 off, but I'm 1 off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, right? It doesn't really matter at this juncture. We'll give him the 30, and then 1 point for Ocho, and then 5 points for Tolan, 20. So we'll update them. Now we're going to roll for the Reavers. 27 for that guy. Rocco gets 5. Kelly gets. Now, Chong got super busted, right? So he's double impaired and pained. So he's going to come out no matter what. Like there's no good way he's on the field. 6. Captain's up to a whopping 7. It's a good start. Who's coming off the field really is the question. I would argue that for the Reavers, captain comes off the field. There is no reason to have that man on the damn field at this point. There's no reason to have that old man on the field, and lead is going to come off the field. So we're going to put these guys on the field, and we're taking captain. That's way too dark. And Lita off the field. That's just for me. Let's put these guys on the field. And for the other team, the Packers. Well, I mean, you sort of need that on the field, unfortunately. We have to take Chong off the field. Like he's a liability at this point. We could put Cheech on the field effectively. But I think I'd rather put Ocho on the field. So it's going to be Cheech and Chong off the field again, as they do. And then we're going to put Ocho back in there just because he's a little bit of a better player. So 8 comes on. Zeem is on. I think that's it. 6 and 5 are out. Over here, Bam's coming back in, even though he's got an injury. Captain and Lita. So H6. And then Burner comes in. So that's it. That is where we're at. Now, as soon as the turn ends as soon as you score. So now we're on turn 16, and the Packers have to kick. Now, what we'd be going for here if we were really trying to win, if this was like the game to win, then we would definitely be going for some kind of lucky kick, lucky draw, right? So we're largely going to put people. They're going to put 4 people there. Now, who's kicking, though, is the question, right? We do need someone to kick the ball. Who kicks the ball? Blake? No, we have Blake kick the ball. We really shouldn't have Tolan kick the ball either. Um, Gronk? No, I mean he could kick the ball. Like those 4, you probably want up. I think we're going to put Gronk in the position of kicking the ball. Unfortunately, we're going to put Ocho right there. So those are our 4 up that we can put up front. We will leave. Can Ocho catch? He can. Can Thad catch? He can. But Thad's hurt. So we're going to overload this side and obviously try to kick it somewhere to this side. So there you go. So it's going to be our version of an onside kick. We'll put Rocco up front. Kelly goes up front. Bam is injured, but he's going up front. We will put Burner here. Overton, who's still on the field for whatever reason, is there. Finch, maybe. And we'll put Xerxes will be there. So we're going to counter this onside kick, right, with our own onsides, right? So we're going to assume the ball's coming over here. So it's going to be a short one. Gronk has a kick of 11, so he's going to put the ball anywhere on this side he's allowed to put it. He's going to put it here and see where it bounces. And, I mean, the nice thing is he does succeed. He succeeds by 2, so I do think it's still like a D8 still. It's still a D8 minus 1, of course. So it could go 0, 4, or 5. It's going to go 5. What direction does it go 5 in? 6. So this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it goes deep and is bouncing right there. Done. The receiving team gets a free activation. They're not going to try to score. They're just going to try to Corral the ball. Finch goes, that is it, done. We roll initiative for the last turn. We are missing people. That's my fault. Okay, hold on. I got to put 2 people on the field. Oh. Ocho's on the field. That's who we're missing. Okay, let me re-roll initiative because we didn't have. Okay, done. C3 is up. That's too bad. Um, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, we could tackle someone, right? We could tackle Bam, try to get him out of the way, and then push this way and maybe scoot someone around. But again, you only have 1 turn. So if the ball like landed here, maybe I'd be a little bit more hopeful that we got something going. Because at this point, it's just too easy for these guys to sit on the ball and not do anything. Mm. We are going to force the ball to move though before C3 goes. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it goes this way and keeps bouncing. So C3 is going to act. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to come up. We're going to tackle him. We're -1, so that's 10 to 12 though, because he is injured. Oh, and we blow it. So we're gonna fall on over. And we miss by 4, 5, 6. So it's not enough to hurt ourselves, but it is enough to knock us over. So that's that. Again. And I think the Packers are looking for the ball to bounce into someone's hex, but it has not so far. So C4 is going to go, right? Or H4. I'm sorry. H4 is going to go. H4 will save. Done. He does take a block marker. Tolan is going to hit. Tolan is a 12. He is effectively a 12. But he's actually down by 2 more. So yeah, he's going to hit him. He's going to knock him over. So we're going to push him this way. Knock him over. Oh my. Okay. Wow, that is the worst. Obviously, I need to figure out better chits, but for now, I'm good to go. But we knock him over. Tolan does D8, D4. Why is that not updated? Well, because I do a lot of copy paste to get these stats on these chits. So yeah, Tolan has a 12, a dodge of 8. Yeah, I must have screwed this up at some point. 9, 9, 11, and does a D8, D4, and there you go. So okay, so he hits him. He's gonna move up. He does a D8, D4 to the big Bam. That's 4 points of damage. Bam is down to 23. And that's it for him. Moving the ball again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and done. Just going to back up. Next initiative. C2. I think quickly it becomes 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Does he have it? Now he's just going to leave it. So I think it becomes quickly apparent that I don't think there is a scoring chance. These guys are not going to give an activation up. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, done. H7 goes there. I mean, C1 can hit somebody, I suppose. 1, 2, 3, and he's going to hit Rocco. But I don't. I think at this point, and he does. I mean, so that's cool. And he knocks him over. He does damage. He does 14. So that's a 12-point hit. And that is a wound because, and it's a 3, so it's a bleed. Whatever. So yeah, so I think what you're going to see is, and unless someone's willing to foul, these guys are out of bounds. You can't hit them. So I think that's it. I think that's game. I think they're effectively taking a knee, right? The ball has stopped bouncing. So when the ball's still bouncing, like in this position, if the ball's up close, then I think maybe you give it a shot. And if the ball is bouncing, then you keep play going because if the ball touches someone, it could continue to bounce. That could be a fumble. You could see a turnover. If the ball goes out of bounds, that's a turnover, so it's going to go to a player. I think if that's the case, and that's what you saw the last play, except that unfortunately I had not moved Thad. If I moved him, then all of a sudden he scores, and you have an extra turn. So I think we would have saved ourselves a whole turn. Also, so interesting. That's it. That's the game. I thought the last few turns went quickly. Now, mind you, this one went quickly because in turn 15 went quickly because of the score. So that was cool. That's the final. Packers 9, Reavers 14. Not bad. I don't know if so from a game perspective, I don't know if this slight but noticeable advantage, and I'm looking at their block scores. They're effectively one down across the board. If that is that significant? I mean, it was significant in the sense that the Reavers did have these guys ground down in the sort of that that first part of the half. So I don't know, but it looked bad. I think the Packers did well to put that score together. Again, I don't know. Sort of, obviously it's early days, so we're just filling out sort of strategy and what is good. I think there is some tactics that can be had here that I'm not quite on target with yet in terms of where you want to position yourself. Do you want to put zones of control on people or hit them? I think you could probably gum up a lot of the field with zone of control when the ball starts moving in the sideline. I don't know if that's a good or bad thing. It's probably bad ultimately because you do want the game to be moving and so on and so forth. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Thank you if you did watch this at all. My indulging myself in a little bit of game design here and speculation. Thanks a lot. I'll be probably back with another one of these sometime next week, is my guess. I will have putzed a little bit. I'll have different teams and more teams. Maybe some teams with themes. That sounds like a Dr. Seuss book, and we'll go there more. So thank you. In the meantime, talk to you later. Bye bye.